Cobb County, Georgia. We welcome you to baseball from Truist Park. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the LA Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. Alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and guys, the Dodgers have played well in the series so far, winning the first two in this three-game set.
Yeah, and to sweep this team right here would be a huge momentum boost. It is not easy to sweep a series. I don't care if it's 3 games or 4 games. I think back to Bobby Cox. His big thing was you just want to win series. 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. But when you have a chance to sweep a team, you have to take advantage of it.
Anthony Cook, a Maine native, gets the starting assignment here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
It's not easy as a rookie to go out there and establish yourself, get the off-speed pitches over, and just try to be the same pitcher that you were in the minor leagues. And one of the big keys, not get ahead of yourself.
And now in the box, J.C. Ray. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The center fielder, number 8.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Little chopper back to the mound. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Dero, what's the word on this lineup as they go for the series sweep?
Well, Matt, going into this, looking at both lineups, they're both hot right now, and they can both swing the bats. We probably got a slugfest on our hands. What pitcher's going to make the big pitch? A big spot, execute something to get his team off the field. Otherwise, probably a team with the last at-bat's going to win this one.
Guys, one of Dero's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of the season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Left side, but well foul. And just a Chamber of Commerce afternoon for baseball. 82 degrees here at first pitch. Here comes the 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. High in the air out to center field. Brennan is there, 2 gone.
Batting third, the first baseman, Brandon Smith.
Next up for Los Angeles, Brandon Smith. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Ball 1. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. And another foul ball. Rounded softly down the line toward first. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. So he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
Next for the Dodgers, Angel Sanchez. He's driven in 3 runs on 3 hits so far in the series. First pitch of the AB now.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
One ball, one strike.
Two out with the man at first. Pulled toward right center field. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for LA. And now the Braves will get their initial shot here. No score. Julian Ventura will be on the mound for the boys in blue. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
So here is DJ Triplett. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Dero, Danny, this LA Dodger ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, Dero, that's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
Batting second.
And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, guys, I'm really hoping to see a turnaround from that number 3 hitter. He's really struggled in the power category the last 10 games. How about 0 home runs? You wouldn't expect that from a guy with the kind of power that he displays. Hopefully, this is the game he turns it around.
At the plate, Dario Rivas. Line hard, deep into left. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Wow, he almost made a heck of a play in left.
Yeah, Matty, you can't fault the left fielder there. You'll see he makes a tremendous effort, but he just can't haul it in, and it gets past him for an extra base hit. Like the effort, though.
In now, Gordon Landry. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. Already their second double of this first inning, guys.
Yeah, he's not fooling anybody so far, Matt. Like you said, that's the second double he's given up here. And if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Tim Brennan, and a chance to add to his National League RBI lead if he can deliver right here.
And man, is he coming off a hot month, guys. He had over 30 runs driven in.
First offering on its way. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Wow, that pitch wasn't even close, and he almost chased it. Found the pitcher. I'm going to expand the zone even more on the next one.
And there's a missile off the bat, but it's foul.
He appears to be having some issues with pitch command to start the game. He's dealing with two guys on, and that last pitch looked like a big mistake in that location. Right down the middle, but he got away with it.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
Here now the 2-2. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some runs off him.
Another try at 2-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. And he looks at one that misses, ball 4, so that'll load him up, but at least the double play is in order here with one away.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
Stepping in for the Braves, Colt Snow. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First pitch on the way. Nope. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
From the belt, the pitch. Gets the call on the changeup there, 2-1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Now to the plate, here is Calvin Sharp, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. First pitch coming, here it is. And this is lined hard to deep left. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
So now to the plate, Julius Collins, 0-1 the count. And there's ball 1. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the Dodgers have really dominated so far. They've got the chance to complete a sweep with a win in this one.
One of the toughest things to do at this level is to win on the road. With the win today, this would be a sweep of a road series.
And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1. 3-1 to the Dodgers left fielder. Joaquin Marte is on deck. No score here as we play inning number 2. A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Left fielder is on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Batting 7, the catcher, Joaquin.
Next to hit, Joaquin Marte. Now the first pitch. High in the air down the right field line. Lillibridge gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Last half of the second set to go, and standing in the rookie outfielder, Bruce Frost.
Bruce Frost.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And this is cut on and missed below the knees, and it's 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. And gone. An absolute bomb. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 11 for him on the season. As the Braves get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Wow, he may be a rookie, but he shows some veteran power right there. Just absolutely blasting that thing out of here. As he matures and gets even stronger, you're going to see more and more of it. I think this bomb is a sign of great things to come.
Into the box, Cade Lillibridge.
The right fielder.
She'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Batting average down in the low 210s. 5 homers and 28 RBIs. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
The catcher.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense.
Humphrey.
And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this one.
Stepping in now, J.P. Humphries. 1 run in and 1 gone so far in this inning. Set to deliver the 0-1. And a hard sinker there, chopped foul at home plate. Humphries is 5'10" tall, bats left, but throws right-handed. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right?
Batting
you have
none.
to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Into the box now, Anthony Cook, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Two out, nobody on. Grounded weakly to the left. Knee high, he barehands it. That's off to that one. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. We've played 2. It's now 1-0 Atlanta. Top of the third set to get underway, and standing in is the rookie third baseman, Chase Mitchell. First delivery to him. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Here it comes on 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And it's a foul ball. Here comes the 1-2.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Julian Ventura.
To the plate now, Julian Ventura. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
The center fielder, number 8, J.C. Ray.
So next to bat will be J.C. Ray. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Runner at second here with one man out. 2 balls and no strikes. The count to the Dodgers center fielder. Too tight with that one. 3-0. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
The bat, number 11. Shortstop, Dylan.
So the next to bat will be Dylan Netzel, trying here to plate the tying run from second. First delivery to him.
Hey, now he's got me confused up here. This is a known sinker baller out on the mound trying to roll a double play, and he throws him a 4-seamer.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike 2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating.
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. The runner scores from second.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. 2-strike RBI base hit. The ball wasn't hit very hard, Nero, but from a hitter's perspective, you'll take it any way you can get it.
Yeah, in today's day and age where everyone's looking to go deep and can go deep, not many guys have a legitimate 2-strike approach. This is one of those players, and that's exactly what he did. Shortened his stroke a little bit, didn't try and do too much, and came through for the team.
Brandon Smith is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And that'll miss up an in ball 2.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him this first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Definitely in a tough situation facing the 3-hitter. You can work around him and maybe walk him to load the bases, but that just sets up the cleanup guy with the bases loaded.
Three and one.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Runners are at the corners with one man out. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. And the payoff pitch on the ground to third. He's got it, There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. They make it look easy, don't they? Around the horn for the double play to end the inning. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Bottom of the third now, and stepping up as the shortstop, DJ Triplett.
The shortstop, DJ Triplett.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Hit weakly back to the mound. And there's one down now.
Up next for Atlanta, the first baseman, Dario Rivas.
Stepping in once again is Dario Rivas. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
Out in front of it, strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. And a pitch down that's swung on and sent to second base. And very quickly there, they're two gone to start the inning.
Now batting, second baseman, Gordon Landry.
Into the box, Gordon Landry, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
And for me, this is the side he looks more fluid from. A little more control in his swing, and it seems to lead to more consistent contact than from the right side.
And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one. Now a flare out toward right center. Sharp onto the grass. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting by your three-hole guy right
Now
there.
batting,
First two guys,
center
not so
fielder,
much. Now they bring up the monster in the four-hole with two outs. They have a chance to make a nice inning out of this.
Now a throw over to first. Throw is up the line as it gets away.
I think this one all comes down to poor footwork. The runner really didn't have that big of a lead by any means, so he was probably just simply throwing over there. It looks pretty easy, right? But when you're spinning to make that throw like that, this one just gets away from him, something he might need to work on before his next outing.
Runner breaks for third. Pitch outside. The throw. Throw won't get him. One and 0. Here it is. Couldn't get his hands through there, and it's 1-1.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Count is 1-2 now. Here comes the 1-2. 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Start of the fourth upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored one run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the inning, and coming forward, the rookie outfielder, Angel Sanchez.
Angel Sanchez.
Here's the first pitch to him. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. So the Dodgers get their leadoff hitter on base to kick off the inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Standing in now, Calvin Sharp, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1.
Yeah, he just wasn't on time right there. Front foot not down in time. Nothing happens before the front foot can get down.
Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering, and a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. All right, now so time for the Braves Road to the Show report as we see a couple of prospects who are having big time success at the high levels of the minor leagues. In now, Julius Collins, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Well, that's all.
And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2. This one's down to third. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
You know, D-Roll, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk to home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. In there, 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
On the ground to short. This could be 2. Scooped up to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So they pick up no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, all tied at 1-1. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and stepping in the long ball threat, Colt Snow.
The third baseman, Colt Snow.
First pitch on the way.
Inside, ball 1.
The 1-0.
Ball 2.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Kind of frustrating as a pitcher when you start an inning off with 3 straight balls like he has here in the 4th. Makes you start wondering what's going on.
3-0 pitch on its way. That one's in there. 3-1. And the count will be full. 3-2 pitch. Is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
So now to the plate, Bruce Frost. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 5, Cade Lillibridge.
Now to the plate, Cade Lillibridge grounded out in his last at bat. First pitch of the AB now. One run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Again, another foul ball. Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Down in order go the Braves. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Chase Mitchell.
Chase Mitchell.
Now the first pitch. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Fouled off. One pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Here comes the 1-2. Grounded to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the pitcher, Julius Ventura.
So here's the Dodgers pitcher, Julian Ventura. He dropped a sacrifice bunt in his last plate appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly.
And he takes ball 1.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that for a strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
1 run, 4 hits, 1 error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Line drive to left. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. So the lineup card turns over with one away following the base hit out of the pitcher's spot.
He came to play today. Not just only on the bump right there. He's thrown the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute and help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs.
At the plate now, J.C. Ray, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. It was a walk in his last trip. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And that's too high, ball two. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Runner on first here with one gone and a 1-1 tie. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
2-2 now. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball four anyways.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he misses with that one for ball four. So that'll put runners on first and second now with one away.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
At the plate now is Dylan Netzel, singled in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. First and second now, one man out. A ball and two strikes. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt. Goes to third with it, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Man, that is such a wasted opportunity. 2 on, 1 out. Perfect situation to induce a grounder and get out of the inning, but instead he's wild and both runners advance, taking the double play situation away.
The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Runners are at second and third with one down. And he misses again. Ball four. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
And this is the kind of thing that's been happening to him all season long. He'll cruise for a while, hitting his spots, and all of a sudden the wheels come off and he struggles. We'll see if he can recover here.
Now at the plate here is Brandon Smith. He's got an opportunity here in a bases-loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
First pitch coming. Here it is. In there for strike one. 0-1. Bases are loaded with only one out. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to get to that quickly, though, and the count will even at 1. The 1-1 home. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. The second for 1. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. A couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Welcome back to Truist Park just outside Atlanta as we send it down to check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager, Brian Snitker, during the commercial break, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs, so the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading off
All right,
for the
thanks,
Braves,
Heidi.
The catcher, J.P. Humphrey.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Up next for Atlanta, the pitcher, Anthony Cook. Ladies and
Elijah
gentlemen,
Weeks
your
will
attention,
grab a
please.
bat and hit for the pitcher
Pinch
here.
hitting for the Braves, number 11, Elijah Weeks.
And now the first pitch. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count. He's got that batting average even at a point where even a 1 for 5 will gain him some points. Still without a home run and 3 driven in. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home 5th.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, DJ Triplett.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, DJ Triplett. He bounced out last time up. First offering.
Oh, that's out.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
The 1-0 home.
Hey, that's just a nice get-me-over curveball there. It's a steal a strike. I don't think he was looking for that one.
1-1. Here it comes.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
To third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside.
Your
Joe
attention,
Pitcher
please.
will come
Now
on in
pitching
relief
for
here and
the
appear in game number 25 on the year so far.
Joe Pitcher.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Angel
Leading off for the
Sanchez.
Dodgers, the right fielder, Angel Sanchez.
First delivery to him. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't miss it.
The
Nice
batter,
swing right there,
the second baseman,
driving it into the outfield for a knock.
Sharp.
Stepping in now, Calvin Sharp. He swings and sends it in the air out to left center. And that's in there. Base hit. Throwing to second, but he is in there as they can't get him at second.
These guys are in perfect position to break through right here and to take the lead. There is, without question, nothing tougher than back-to-back singles. You don't know if they're going to bunt. You don't know. They can do they have so many options at their disposal right now.
Into the box now, Julius Collins. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 0-1 pitch. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Hit hard towards center. That's in there. Base hit. Sanchez is on his way home. And that'll score the run from second as they jump in front now 2-1.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
Into the box, Joaquin Marte, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
Now the 2-1 pitch. There's a line drive out toward the gap in right center. And the second run will score. It's now a 4-1 ball game.
Man, if I was on the mound, I would not let this guy hurt me. He's been tearing the cover off the ball the entire series, and he drives 2 more in right here.
He is definitely a man on a mission, and he's making a huge impact. Christopher J. takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Number 53, Christopher J.
In now, Chase Mitchell, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Now the 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Have to find a way to take a deep breath right here and regroup. I know the umpire missed one, but you can't allow the next couple of pitches to be dictated by one bad call. Find a way.
Hit well on the ground to first. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runner will advance to third now.
Now batting, the pitcher, Julian Ventura.
So here now is the pitcher, Julian Ventura. And now the first pitch, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. One out and a runner on third. And now this is smothered, but it squirts away a bit. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. And he'll just watch the splitter here, 2-1. From the stretch. Popped him up. Humphries is under it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder, J.C. Ray.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go J.C. Ray, runner in scoring position with two gone. From the stretch, here's the pitch. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
You got to love guys auto taking you 0-0 if you're on the mound. You could steal that first strike, and now you go to work, just picking apart the corners.
3 runs already home here. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Braves 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the rookie first baseman, Dario Rivas.
Offense needs to get going right here. You want to try and tighten up this game a little bit before it starts to get into that territory where you're going to start seeing the back end of each bullpen.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. And he has a cut at that one, but misses. 2-1.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, when you go with a slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Gordon Landry. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Set. Here it comes. Bouncer up the middle. There's one. On to first, and they get the double play.
Now that
we don't get to see the glove tossing up, but boy, it can really help save some time, and it looks good to boot. That's smooth.
Next to dig in, Tim Brennan. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
First offering on its way. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. And it's quickly 0-2. 0-2 count and the pitch.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Hit out towards second. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Now batting, the third baseman, Coach Snow.
To the plate now, Colt Snow. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. No hits to this point. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
The 1-2. This won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. 1 left for Atlanta, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Quinn Meadows is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 65, Quinn Meadows.
Now into the box, Dylan Netzel.
The shortstop, Dylan Netzel.
Here's the first pitch. As he will look at a curveball right on the black, apparently. It's strike 1.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit, kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. It might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
So now to the plate, Brandon Smith, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Hit on the ground out to short. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The right fielder, number 66, Angel Sanchez.
And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Angel Sanchez. First pitch of the AB now. Back up the middle. That gets through for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4 in this one. So the top of the 7th isn't over yet after the 2-out base hit.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Stepping in now, Calvin Sharp. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. the 1-0. That's lifted the other way out to left. Frost is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Dodgers lead 1, but they lead it 4-1.
7th-inning stretch.
Bruce Frost back at the plate now, and he's been the entire offense so far with the solo homer he hit earlier.
Bruce Frost.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
The right fielder.
Hey, that's a heck of
#5.
an approach right there. Leadoff single in the late innings. Team's down a little bit. Let's see if this ends up being a huge turning point in this one.
At the plate now, Cade Lillibridge. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Throw over to the bag, and he's back easily. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Change up low, 2-0.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
Slider taken for a called strike, 2-1.
Hey boys, he's lucky he's getting this pitch back right here. That's normally a wipeout pitch down and away. He hung that one. It looked like he almost confused the hitter.
The 2-1 pitch. Nobody out, runner on first. Too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low. J.P. Humphries is on deck. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. In there, a base hit. They'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Standing in now, J.P. Humphries, and he drops it.
Well, it's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it, but that's a tough play all the way around.
Now here's the Dodgers skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for the bullpen as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he leaves, he stands to perhaps be the winning pitcher here, unless, of course, all 3 runners come around to score, in which case he'd get a no decision. Edward Potter is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out. Lionel Rangel will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Lionel Rangel.
He's set and the pitch. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The bases are loaded in front of him, so a real opportunity for him to put a dent in that 3-run deficit. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a big time for that.
And the slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Not on that one as it's fouled away, and the count holds at 1-2. Tight spot. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Now a breaking ball, but it's low. Here now the 2-2. He's taken high, but for a called strike 3.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number one is stranding him on base. And now with one out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
In now, DJ Triplett, as he'll take a look at ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
Here comes the 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Hit in the air down the left field line. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as they cut the lead in half, 4-2 now.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
Now it'll be Dario Rivas. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. Here it comes, 1-0. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
In a big spot like this, you have to be looking for something you can handle. That pitch bunched him up completely, so I think he's trying to do a little bit too much right now.
Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot he's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
2 down, runners at first and second. And, ooh, that strike zone's getting a little inconsistent now. It's 2-2. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. clearly fired up to work out of that jam. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Justin Perry has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Number 34, Justin Perry.
New inning set to get underway, and digging in is the outfielder, Julius Collins.
Julius Collins.
First pitch coming, here it is. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. And it's fouled away. Here's the 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box, Joaquin Marte.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Comes set, and the 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey guys, he doubled up right there. Back-to-back sliders. Nice job by the batter right there. Just misses the first one, makes the adjustment, stays a little shorter, and drives the next pitch for a base hit.
Into the box now, Chase Mitchell.
And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right.
Lillibridge is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The pitcher, number 43, Edward Potter.
Nick Olson will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Pinch hitting for the Dodgers, number 17, Nick Olson.
From the stretch, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Dodgers lead this one 4-2. James Brandon is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 30, James Brandon.
So now into the box is Gordon Landry. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8th.
The second baseman, Gordon Landry.
Now here's the first offering. And he fouls this one off. This is popped up. And no one will get this one. The Dodgers are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale. So if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
That bomb didn't tie things up, but they're only down 1 right now and feeling pretty good they can come back.
To the plate now, Tim Brennan, as the first pitch sinker misses to him. It's ball 1. And it certainly would be a big morale boost to a team if they're able to complete a sweep like this one on the road in hostile territory.
They might even change their nickname for this team to the Road Warriors. A sweep is looking pretty good as they're leading this one again late in the ballgame.
No outs, nobody on. Grounded back up the middle, reined in. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now back, the third baseman, Colt Snow.
Digging in next, Colt Snow. Now here's the first offering. 1 out, nobody on. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. To short, hit hard, scooped up. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Bruce Frost.
Stepping up is Bruce Frost. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
1-2.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Into center field, line drive base hit. So he wins the full count battle and finds a way to extend the inning.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
At the plate, Cade Lillibridge, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Ready with the 0-2. Popped him up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Braves draw a bit closer courtesy of the solo home run. On to the 9th inning from Truist Park. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Steve Teague will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Curtis Neal will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring up the outfielder, J.C. Ray. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
As he swings and grounds it toward the hole.
He's got it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Julian Ventura.
And now here is Dylan Netzel. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. And now a pitch on the way. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even 2-2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor. He's swinging a pitch that bad. Not good.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. So a full count now.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. Count remains full. Once again, a 3-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Hit hard towards center. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
Standing in now, Brandon Smith, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Runners on the move for second. Strike taken. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a one-run game, so that's a little risky. But hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
The 1-1 home. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And oh, that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2. Swing and a liner, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2.
Think he was sitting on that pitch right there? He absolutely smoked that ball. You could tell the grimace on his face that he wanted to keep that one fair.
Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Now a swing and a fly ball. Long run for the right fielder, and no one will track it down. He'll try it again, 3-2. Little chopper back to the mound. And there are 2 away now.
Up next to the Dodgers,
Miguel
right
Moreno takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of
Sanchez.
inning number 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Braves, number 75, Miguel Moreno.
Angel Sanchez will be his first assignment upon entering, as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
Outside, 2-1.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
The set and the 2-1. Hit in the air out to center field. Brennan finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. 1 left for LA, and it remains a 4-3 game. Number 62 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching. So striding in to start the 9th is J.P. Humphries, and they could use a spark from him here.
Humphries.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0 home is taken, strike 1. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
At the plate now, Curtis Neal. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. He'll enter play right at .333. 3 homers and 6 RBIs. A 1-0 delivery. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Ball 2. just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Up next for Atlanta, the shortstop, DJ Triplett.
So stepping in is DJ Triplett. Drove in a run with a sac fly last time up. He's set. Here it comes. As he grounds one briskly to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the ball game is over.
Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching, and defense in certain spots. This one was a fun one to watch.
A one-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. The Los Angeles Dodgers rode an important sixth-inning to victory in this one. Julian Ventura earns win number 4 on the season. Number 62 hammers down the save, his 13th of the year. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. For the victorious Dodgers, 4 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. They left 12 men on base. For Atlanta, 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 59 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Braves and everyone at Truist Park, we'd like to thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you.